And hello the internet and everyone who's following, and hello to my subscriber. I see you're having another bad hair day, but I won't hold that against you. Anyway, I'm in Spain, and wow, what a day yesterday. I just spent 3 days holed up in a small hotel come auberge in a place called Moulay Idris, which is about 25 miles north of Mequinez and Fez. And it's on the side of two hills. It's one of these towns that's built on the side of like like a small mountain, really. Beautiful little town. And there was a market that was going underneath, like a warren of this tunnel with all market stalls, and it was lovely. And the guest house, the little hotel, was beautiful, really comfortable. And I stayed there for 3 nights because we've had 3 days of rain, continuous rain in Morocco. Now, I can't begrudge Morocco the rain at all because they've had a couple of successive bad winters. And by bad winters, I mean that they've had dry winters and they really do need the rain. So for 3 days, I was quite comfortable. It was comfortable surroundings, a nice view on the patio, a nice comfortable bed, a hot shower. So I was quite happy just to read, chill out, and not do a great deal, to be honest. Although I did get a break in the rain a couple of days ago, and I went to Volubilis, which is a Roman ruin nearby, and it's absolutely stunning. And that's been there since 200 AD. And you get to walk around these streets, and I love things like that. And there was an Arc de Triomphe there, which was the old entrance to the town, and it was amazing. And it was only 70 dirhams to get in, which was £5 really. Beautiful. So I was quite fortunate that I had a little break in the weather and I got to see that, because that's one of the reasons why I went to that area. Anyway, I finally left the guest house, little hotel. Now, plan A was to head north to a place called Chefchaouen. And I really wanted to go there. It's one of these little towns, it's all white and blue. But unfortunately, yesterday there was rain forecast all through the northern central region of Morocco. And there's just no fun riding in the rain. And I didn't see the point of getting there wet and putting the tent up in the wet. And also, my tent's not doing very well because I've got a broken zip on the door. Also, my ground sheet has turned religious and that it's got a few holes, so it's quite a holy ground sheet now. So I don't fancy being in the rain with my tent. So I thought, okay, that was plan A, let's go to plan B. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you're traveling, you need to have a plan A and a plan B, sometimes a plan B, and also a plan D, depending where you want to go and what you're going to do. So that was plan A, to go to Chefchaouen. So plan B was to go to Ailsa, which is right on the very northwest coast. And I wanted to go there because there was a nice old fort there, I think Portuguese fort. So I thought, right, that's plan B. So I left the little hotel in the morning, I left the town and I started making my way down. And it's a beautiful part of the world, because once you leave the town, you're just in these rolling green hills, and it's a very lush part of the world, really green, fields of crops of all sorts of things. And it was almost, I had that little like Hobbiton feel really, with all these rolling hills. And I got on the road, started going, I put some music on, and I love all sorts of music. The only sort of music I don't like is rap music, because I don't understand it, and I can't understand the lyrics, to tell the truth. Mind you, I never used to like country and western. I don't like the country and western with all the ding 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 and about the dogs and stuff like that, and the truck drivers. And mind you, last year I got into Chris Stapleton, and I bought 3 of his albums, and I've sort of seen country and western in a whole new light now. But anyway, I always listen to music, and I like all sorts. And I think music, sometimes it's good to match it to your mood, or sometimes music can put you in a certain mood. And I just started rolling. I was going through all these beautiful green hills and lovely winding roads. And there's a favourite bit of music I have, and it's called Spiegel im Spiegel. And it's a little piece of music for cello, violin and piano, but mainly for cello. And I was riding along and this beautiful piece of music was on. And have you ever had those moments where it's like a Zen moment, really. You're riding along and just everything seems perfect. I felt at one with the bike. I loved the surroundings I was in. I was in a happy mood, listening to music, and I just felt at one with the world. I just wanted that moment to live forever. Have you ever had that sort of thing? Oh, it was like a surreal moment, and I kept put it on repeat, and I was so happy. But and eventually we left all the green rolling hills, and we started coming to the flatlands. I started working my way to the coast, and that was it really. But finally got to the coast where it all becomes very commercially agricultural, with big fields and lots of trucks, and the roads are quite busy as well. And I finally got to Elsa, but it's only a small campsite there. And when I got there, it was mostly full with camper vans, and there was only a couple of places I could have put the tent, but it was on gravel. I'm not putting the tent on gravel. A, it's uncomfortable when you're trying to kneel up and put your clothes on, and B, my ground sheet's not up to it anyway. So I just thought, right, what should I do now? Let's go to plan C. Plan C was to go up to Tangier. So I thought, right, that's what I'll do. So Tangier was about another 50, 60 miles further north. So that's what I did. Got to Tangier about 20 past 1:30. So I had a little bit of a ride around on the seafront there, where the old fort is, down to the seaport. Had a ride round, I stopped, took a few pictures. I thought, right, I'll go and find the campsite now. So I came back, found the campsite, and it was closed for refurbishment. Great, this is great. So that's plan A's gone, plan B gone, plan C now. What do I do? So my two options then really were either get a hotel, stay in Tangier overnight, or just jump on the ferry. So I thought, right, so I had a quick look on the internet. It was, by that time, it was about just a little bit before 2, maybe about 1:45. There was a ferry leaving at 3 o'clock from Tangier itself over to Tarifa in Spain. So I thought, blow it, that's what I'll do. So I booked online, and that was it. I had, what did I have left in my wallet? I had 600 dirhams left, and what I was going to do, I was going to use that to put some cheap petrol in, and I was going to go out for I was going to go have a blowout meal, a blowout Moroccan meal in Tangier, but I didn't get to spend it. So bought my ticket, got down to the ferry port, which is just near the harbour there in Tangier City. Got there just before 2, went to check in, got my tickets, went to the douane and got stamped out of Morocco, went to passport control, got stamped out of Morocco, went to the x-ray. When I was coming from Mauritania into Spain, went through the x-ray there, but they were only doing like 4 cars at a time. 4 cars plus a motorbike. Well, on this one, it was great because you could do 6 cars at a time plus a motorbike. So I managed to get the bike in, went through the x-ray, then you stop and then you go have the dogs do a sniff around your bike. It took, it's always a heart-stopping moment when the drugs dogs appear, because you think, well, I've got nothing to hide anyway, but what if? So that means you've got to take everything out. But it took rather an interesting one of my panniers. But anyway, I got given the clean bill of health, and then I just had my tickets checked, went through down to the roll-on, got waved to the front like most bikes do, because usually the bikes go on first, because bikes gets tucked away in the corners or the back somewhere. Probably waited about 5 minutes, and then got called forward. And the ferry from Tangier over to Tarifa, it's like one of these fast ferries. Almost like a bit of a hydrofoil thing really, and they always have a certain place for bikes. As soon as I went on, I knew where to go, got there. Sometimes you never know with ferry companies. Sometimes you've either got to ratchet strap your bike down yourself, sometimes they do it. But on this one it was do it yourself. So I got a ratchet strap, got the bike chain down, and that was it. Went upstairs and had a leisurely crossing which took an hour. We left at 3, very punctual, and by 4 o'clock we're in Tarifa. Got off, no problem at all. Went to passport control. God, was in and out, no problem at all. I think I was on the road by 20 past 4. And that was it. So I've gone out of Tarifa, which looks like a lovely little town, and I started heading over to Algeciras, and it's like, as you leave Tarifa, you sort of go up a mountain and then you start coming down towards Algeciras. As soon as I went up, all of a sudden it went misty. So I had to go slow, very slow. and it was wet as well. And as I started coming down towards Algeciras, the rain started. So I thought, should I stop and get my waterproofs on? I thought, no, let's carry on. Because I could see some blue clouds very far in the distance. So I thought, no, I'll risk it. And as I started coming down to Tarifa, all of a sudden I hit the back of a traffic jam. Oh, so what do you do? Do you go on the outside or the inside? So I took the inside and I kept doing the outside, going on the inside. Eventually I got to the front of the queue, and it was about 5 kilometres, honestly, about 5 kilometres. And I got to the front of the queue, and there's about half a dozen bikes there, 6 or 7 bikes. And what it was, the farmers were protesting, and they blocked off the entrance to Tarifa. And there was hundreds, you could see tractors as far as the eye could see. So that's it. So all you got to do is park up and wait. So it was absolutely raining. So I got off the bike. Unfortunately, there was some trees on the other side. So I got over the thing, went to the trees, and I just sheltered under the trees for, we were there about 45, 50 minutes before the tractors started going. And you can't begrudge the farmers, because I know they're getting a raw deal from the EU at the moment. So good luck to them. So, it's inconvenient, but it's for a necessary purpose. But that was it. But once we got down to just on the outskirts of Tarifa, and all the tractors had gone, it was easy then. Got through Algeciras, got towards Gibraltar, headed past Gibraltar, and I've come to a place called La Linea. And I've come to this campsite, and it's a really, really beautiful campsite. Let's have a little walk round. And that's the entrance to the campsite, and you come through, and that's where all the camper vans go, which are they're in their own little bays. And it's really immaculate. It's immaculately kept. And just at the back there's some chalets. But as you start walking through, you've got these little bays. And the bays, you can put, this is all for tents. And it's great because it adds another level of privacy. And that's great. I mean, I've never been to a campsite like this with these beautiful little bays. And this is my bike, this is my tent, and that's where I am. And it's a bit tricky trying to get the bike around that little bend, but there we go. And as you can see, I've got my laundry up at the back. But like I said, I've never been to a campsite like this before, and it really is nice. I like it. It's lovely, isn't it? It's a great campsite, this. It's really clean, it's immaculate. I love the way you've got little bays for all the tents. Although getting my bike into that bay was a little bit tricky. You've got to do a lot of jiggling around. But it really is a nice site. Although it is a bit expensive, it's €17 a night, which to me is quite expensive. I think it's £5.50 for the pitch, £5.50 for the tent, and then something like £3.50 for the bike or something. It's about €17 a night. But the shower block is immaculate, absolutely immaculate. And there's lots of showers, lots of toilets, and the showers, my gosh, the showers are fantastic. Now, there's two things in life which are necessary. One of them is a comfy bed, so you can sleep well. If you get a perfect night's sleep, life is good. The other thing is a good shower, a good hot shower. And I'll tell you, these showers are amazing. It's like a power shower. Absolutely immaculately hot. This morning you couldn't get me out of the shower. I felt a little bit guilty, I think. I think I used a little bit more of water than I was supposed to. And there's a funny thing. In Morocco, the water is really hard. The soap I had that I bought in the UK, trying to use it, it wasn't doing anything. And one day I was in a shop, and the man in the shop spoke okay English, and I says, soap for, Morocco, good soap. And he gave me this soap, and it was like this lavender soap, and he says, very good. And actually, it soaps up, and you can get a bit of a lather on, and it was quite good. So I got a few bars of that, and I'm still on one bar, and I've got a brand new bar. In fact, I've got 2 bars in my bag. And the water in Morocco is really hard. You've got to really work hard to get it working. Yeah, this morning went for a shower. When I got to get a little bit of water on the shower on the soap, and I soaked myself down. It's like soap everywhere, and it's fantastic. But no, and that's another thing. The MT500, which died a few days ago, run out of sleep, so I bought a new airbed from Decathlon, and I can't remember which one it is, but it's a little bit more expensive, and it's not quite as, it's like a hard one, but you've still got to put some air in it. What a great night's sleep. It's still got a sponginess, but it's quite firm as well, and I've had a really good night's sleep with that mattress, and I'm quite happy about that. It's a bit physically, it's a lot bigger than the old MT500 because that rolled down quite small, but I can still get it in my pan here, so I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, this is a great website, great campsite. Water everywhere, electric points everywhere, and it's really peaceful, and I like it. And also because of the bays, you feel as though you've got privacy as well. I mean, I could do naked sunbathing in there and no one would know, God forbid. But there we go. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to be here for a couple of days. Going to go to Gibraltar tomorrow. Today I've just had a chill out day. I've been doing some reading, some bits and pieces, done some laundry. I've had a chill out day, but tomorrow I'm going to go to Gibraltar. Then the next day I might do a little bit of sightseeing around the area. There's a place I want to go to, I can't remember the name of it now, but yeah, and then in a few days time I'm going to head over to Portugal and then start working my way north. But there we go. So yesterday morning I was in the middle of Morocco, and by the end of the day I was in Spain. How does that happen? Spooky. But like I said, when you're travelling, you've got to expect the unexpected. Besides having a plan A, you need a plan B, a plan C, and sometimes a plan D. And if something goes wrong, you can't faff around thinking, what do I do now? You've got to think, right, let's be logical about this. I can either do this, or I can do this. So you've got to go for it. You haven't got time to start faffing around, and but there we go. Anyway, also it was quite warm here, and the other thing, I'm in Morocco camping out, the evenings get quite cool. Now I know that in the mountains you're high up and everything like that, but even where I was at Moulay Idris, it still got a little bit chilly in the evening, and last night here was it was quite mild, and I had 2 layers on when I went in my sleeping bag, and I woke up for like 2 in the morning. I was too hot. I had to take one of my t-shirts off, so pretty good. So yeah, I'm here. The bike's going well. Tomorrow I'm into Gibraltar. I'm going to get some Yorkshire tea, and I might get some Cadbury's chocolate as well, and I might go for some fish and chips. We'll see. I might even go to the top of the rock. I don't know. But and then the day after is going to be sightseeing, and then we're off to Portugal. So there we go. Anyway, that's me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I'm sure by the next time I see my subscriber, you would have done something about that hair. So thanks for watching. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye.